Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. Sometimes we have a disagreement, an argument, a conflict. And all of us have been through this where, like in our family or in our friends and associates, in our daily lives, there'll be a different philosophy or different opinion on how people should be. So I had this in fact, it's an ongoing conflict. I was talking with a friend that his opinion was that is all that matters is if you're happy. And my I disagreed, and I thought the actual truth is all that matters. Maybe there's maybe both are equally important, or maybe I think truth is above happiness, so actual truth is more important than happiness. And a lot of times this goes into like a religious conflict where the person wants the happiness from the religion to overrule what's actually true. And I don't think it'll ever work because in the long run, it's the actual truth that always is what happens. In fact, everything that happens is the actual truth. So when there's these disagreements, things happen from the disagreement. Like if I think that the actual truth is more important than happiness, and somebody that thinks happiness is more important than actual truth, they can think that I'm wrong to think that actual truth is more important. And I think they're wrong that happiness is more important. So, we're going to have to fight it out because neither side's going to budge. It's like I don't have to be attached to the opinion, but I'm not going to betray truth. I'm not going to be a traitor to the actual truth to get along to solve the argument. So the argument's still going. Like Jesus could tell me, as long as you're happy, and I'd tell Jesus, no, as long as this is actually the truth. That's what matters, Jesus. And so we'll see how this goes. It's like they're saying because I'm not accepting the being saved by the religion that I'm not going to exist anymore because I have to surrender to Jesus so that I have an afterlife. This is what they're trying to tell me to get me to give up. And no, it's like they're lying. It's not even true. Because my extraterrestrial people, non-human intelligences, are telling me there's an afterlife and they're atheists. It's got nothing to do with the existence of a God. So they're telling me in telepathic message that I'm the only one that's still alive. So it's the other way around. What if, in fact, I've been told this in dream state, that everybody else is going to not exist except for me. I'm the only one that's going to continue existing. So you see what I'm saying? They bring up an argument and I can bring up a counter argument. Now, I don't have any any evidence to support these claims that they're making and telling me in my dream state. There's no evidence, so I don't believe them. It's hearsay. So the point of this is that it's the actual truth with evidence that is the determinant of the winner of the argument. The argument is won by the side that's arguing actual truth. So then it goes into like truth or power, and you got the slogan, right makes might, might doesn't make right. So that's the same idea. Actual truth is what's right, of course, and falsehood is what's wrong. So when you really start looking into these arguments, our language has a simple way of showing us that right is right and wrong is wrong. And truth is right, false is wrong. So they're going to want us to say that they're right because they have more power. We have to surrender to them or they're going to kill us, like in a fascist, Trumpian dystopia world. Kind of like the Hitler, modern Hitler. Yeah, and it's like they want to take over with force and dominate people against their will. The government is in a sad situation, and we the people that created the government to step up and create the government of fairness, starting with the USA, because that's where I'm at. That's where I have personal investment into it. But the way of fairness is a worldwide thing. Team fairness is worldwide. And see, there's people that don't like that. Well, I don't care if they don't like it, because we're going to win. And we're going to have the actual truth that empowers us for the victory. So, they used to say, don't take any wooden nickels, because they were deceiving people with wooden nickels, I guess. Buyer beware kind of thing. One more thing I want to point out is we have the Hitler trying to take over the world, and he used the swastika, and it came from Hindu, Shiva, destroyer of evil, and as well as probably other places. And they're defeating the religion that says, vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. And that Lord's trying to take over the world, whether it exists or not. The group of people are trying to take over the world in a Hitler-like fashion. That's really weird, that this religion was just like Hitler trying to take over the whole world. And Hitler manifested using Shiva, swastika. The Nazis spent a lot of time researching Hindu, Indian knowledge from India. So this is karma. It's cause and effect. So wake up, because if you're in the wrong and you cause a bunch of deaths, this fact of your mistake never goes away. So you can bet all you want that evil's not defeated, and the deaths you cause are with you forever. Evil is defeated. The devil doesn't exist. I don't think God exists either, but that's my opinion. I can't prove it. We can see from logic, from reason, from observation, that our present state of being can happen with no intelligence initially. Big Bang, we don't see why it would require intelligence. It may, but it may not. Biological evolution. It looks like it doesn't require any initial intelligence, but maybe it does. But it looks to me like there's not a God, but I'll put it frame it as an opinion. I'm not fanatical about there's not a God. I don't really care. So what I care about is we stop the unfairness, the tribal warfare, using tribal gods, war gods, to encourage and empower the people and to tell them they're in the right in a brainwashed fashion, and then go about taking over the world. And what happens? The greedy, rich, elite people get the lion's share. It's despicable. And I think that's the actual truth. Thanks for listening.